So, John, when did you first hear about the happenings of U2 in downtown?
I
'Cause
got
everything happened really quickly.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. I got a kind of, I'll tell you, I got a pretty clear idea that something was happening in my backyard the night before. There was some energy coming around here then.
Yeah.
And by midday the next day, I was like, okay,
Something
this is not, this is real. This is not some tribute band.
Right.
This is a real thing. I
For
started.
those that weren't here, you were here that night living it. Tell
Mm-hmm.
the people what happened. What was the experience?
We were aware that U2 was going to be, the shorthand version was they were going to do like the sequel to, I still haven't found what I'm looking for, the 1987 video down
Which they
here
did on Fremont Street.
On Fremont Street, pre-canopy Fremont Street, iconic video with the handheld camcorders at the time. And
Pretty unbelievable,
Finding
that.
the 99-cent shrimp cocktail and all that. So yeah, so it was going to be that type of experience, and they were different positions down here. The first platform where I saw them, where I caught up with them, was behind the 3rd Street stage, which I'm very familiar with as the platform for the free concert series,
Yep.
Downtown Rocks concert series. That's the back side of it. It's also the landing area for the Great Santa Run, where I know that area really well,
Yeah.
where they put all the Santas. All the people who were performing for thousands of Santas. Anyway, I saw them there, and they were doing a rehearsal of the flatbed truck, and it was moving up and down 3rd Street, and I saw them then. And when I saw them, I was standing on the corner, and I thought, holy hell. I was just watching that truck and doing video, and I go, this is actually happening. I was really trying to capture mentally the color of that moment of them coming back, and I couldn't quite make out what song they were miming it, syncing to it. I couldn't make it out, but that was the first time I saw it. And then there was another spot down by Casino Center where we're trying to get a shot of them, get a sight line, but earlier here at the plaza, before that thing at the 3rd Street, I was out at the Carousel Bar, because I understood they were going to be playing at the Carousel, either facing it or with their backs to it. I wasn't sure how it was going to be, but that was going to be the pin on the map. So I went around, and then I managed to come back here in time, and Jonathan's team made sure that I was okay to move somewhat freely around and get myself set in a safe position, which I did. And I got, it's like a coin flip sometime. I'm either facing toward the canopy or facing toward the carousel. I'm like, which way would I be looking if I needed to see this band? And it turned out to be they were going to play with the carousel to their backs.
That's the backdrop. Yep.
The stage in front of them, wheeling in. And when they showed up, man, I'm still getting chills. When they showed up playing Atomic City, the new single about Las Vegas, I went, wow, this was worth it. Big time. It was a lot of walking. It was 3 hours of it, just doing it. Had a young photographer with me who had never experienced anything quite like this, and they played. Then they proceeded to play the song, a repetition of Atomic City.
They did it 4 times.
Yeah.
And then I had a I was out of town, unfortunately, but I had a live stream set up for me, so I was watching it, which was pretty cool. And they did that 4 times, and then they did Still haven't found what I'm looking for, which was like, what is it called, like a cappella without the background music?
It was probably more like unplugged.
Yeah, unplugged.
Edge was playing.
You're right.
but not quite a cappella. But it was close to it. He said it was going to be like a country version of it.
And he said, and he played, and he did greet the Plaza. He said, "Hello, Mr. Plaza." We'll do an audio clip from. Thank you for sharing that with us. But the fact that this story was covered by Billboard magazine, Variety, USA Today, Forbes, Rolling Stone. This was one of the biggest stories in downtown in many years. And we've had The Weeknd here, we've had The Killers here, we've had The Hangover, we've had so many music videos and movie shoots here. I can't think of a bigger one than this. And it wasn't just a movie shoot, it was a mini concert.
Yeah.
Here they are standing for a free pop-up concert, truly. People just started texting me, how the hell did this happen? Why didn't you invite me? How did you get this? Why is this here? And
I can only imagine what you were going through.
And the crazy thing was, we didn't understand the scale of what was coming, but we had an idea about it. It happened in 48 hours. The whole thing came together in 48 hours. We did not know about it. We agreed we couldn't promote it. The whole thing happened in 48 hours.
So you found out about it on Thursday.
So
the management team reached out to the Plaza.
Yeah, so on Tuesday, we got a call that they wanted to do a photo shoot. So to me, that just sounded like, we get a lot of inquiries for photo shoots. We've had Tiesto do photo shoots down here for a new album. We've had big magazines, big fashion companies have used us for photo shoots. So that's not that big of a deal. It's cool that you want to do a photo shoot. But then on Wednesday, we got a call with more requests for more information, which sounded like, okay, this is bigger. And then Fremont Street called and said they had heard that U2 wants to film downtown, and they've fallen in love with the carousel bar and the lights, which everyone falls in love with the lights. Easy to fall in love with. And they wanted to do, they heard it was going to be a music video and a pop-up concert. Then I got interested. Now I got excited. And that was Wednesday afternoon. We had the dinner series. I was with John Catt that night. And I started planting some seeds in the mayor's mind, because the biggest issue was street closures, metro, figuring out the logistics of putting on a pop-up concert for the biggest band in the world. Are they the biggest band in the world?
Yeah, you definitely make that argument over time.
mean,
the legacy band,
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
and
look
still
now-
recording music.
Yeah, if you look now,
the
who's
Stones
the
aren't
biggest
recording
band
new
in the world?
things.
Yeah.
The biggest, you could say, one of the biggest acts currently, Taylor Swift.
I'll be Taylor
Is
Swift.
the heavyweight champ at the moment.
Yeah.
But over time, U2 as a rock band, they're the model of a contemporary rock band for sure.
As bands go, I can't think of a big. Anyway,
Yeah.
one of the top 3 biggest bands in the world
Yeah.
wants to do a free pop-up concert as a surprise. There's logistics to go into that, from security, street closures, sound, AV. We started trying to put that all together, and then by Thursday we were getting clear information exactly what it was going to be. But that was 24 hours to 48 hours before the performance. There was a lot of logistics that went into it, and for me the big thing was the validation of just how cool downtown is. These guys want to come downtown. They could have done that video anywhere in the world, anywhere in Vegas, and they chose on the corner of Main Street right here to be the backdrop. And I did hear afterwards that they had other locations in mind. They actually subsequently didn't use or canceled because they got everything they needed from this.
Really?
So as this podcast is coming out, tomorrow is supposed to be the release of this video. So we'll see just how good the location was, because it's supposed to come out on the 29th, is what I was told.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the U2 official YouTube channel. I've heard that's where it's going to.
On the 29th? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
But it's a great song. And it's about Las Vegas.
I like the song.
Yeah, I
like
do
the
too.
song. And if you want to hear something really funny, and this is a total coincidence, on the 28th, we have a U2 tribute band playing at the Sand Dollar. By
Really?
coincidence. By coincidence. It was
No
booked.
way.
It was booked a couple of weeks ago. And so we have a U2 tribute band on the 28th, and then on the 29th, they debut this video and their live performance at the Sphere. But in terms of content, and in terms of having memories and people experiencing something, it's going to be tough to ever top that, with that band rocking up on Main Street with a flatbed truck and just rocking out for 4 songs. We were told different stories. We were told firstly 9 p.m. They only started around midnight.
Yeah.
We were told they might do 7 songs. We weren't sure if it was going to be the same song 7 times. We didn't know what they were exactly logistically they were planning. We were also told they were going to be rehearsing on the flatbed truck on our property. They were doing that on 3rd Street where you found them. So there was a lot of moving parts to this.
Yeah, I know. We were in live conversation about exactly, because I was like a little pin walking around the downtown area. That tribute band, man, if they're worth their salt, they'd learn Atomic City somehow to play it that night,
Yeah,
even before it's
a good
released.
point.
There's enough of it out there on video now. They could learn it.
I'm going to see if we can talk to them about doing that.
See if they can do that, man. That would be unreal if they could get that out and play it live here before the song's actually formally released.
But that was a special night in the history of the Plaza. For all of us, for our hard work. Some people thought the Carousel and Pink Box and those things weren't going to be classic Vegas. They were going to ruin that historic site. Just the opposite. If these images that we see now are anything like if the video is anything like these images that we're seeing now, you're going to have the coolest backdrop in the history of a music video.
This place got a lot of love too, and the Oscars logo is it's in the backdrop of all of my stuff.
Patio. And it all depends which angles you were looking at it from. But for people for validation of what we're doing here at the Plaza and for downtown as a whole, it's pretty cool. It's exciting to see that people love it as much as we love it.
And I agree with you 100%. They could have run that truck up the Strip. They could have done in a lot of other places. And I think they made the right call. This is where the whole city started, right where we are right now.
This is one Main Street. One Main Street. This is where it all began. I still tell people that. But it's cool, and it's happening.
I agree.
The Carousel Bar will be immortalized forever. It's only a few months old, and it's going to be iconic.
Probably think it's a movie set.